Your bills are piling up. You can't get a loan because your bills are late, but your bills are late because you can't get a loan because your bills are late. Can't somebody help? Well, now there's a nationwide number you can call for help. 1-900-990-LOAN can help you find the money you need. People who will lend you money for bills, cars, just about anything. Bad credit, no problem. You must be over 18 to call. A $35 charge will appear on your local phone bill. We guarantee we can help regardless of your credit or your money back. Call 1-900-990-LOAN today.
Okay, Julie, are you all ready to learn how to make a pizza the right way?
Making it great. Yes, I'm ready. Are we going to cook pizzas now?
Well, there's a lot more to it than just cooking. In fact, that's probably the easiest part. But let's start this process at the beginning. First of all, are your hands washed?
Sure are.
Good, mine too. All right, let's say an order for a pizza comes in. You'll read it and you'll get started on the pizza making process right away. You have to act fast. Just think, the sooner you get that pizza in the oven, the sooner our customers will be biting into it and tasting how delicious it is.
And they'll have me to thank.
That's right. Because we're not just making pizza, we're creating an experience for our customers. Think of it as making pizza that makes customers happy.
I like that.
Our customers expect the same high-quality product and service every time they come to a Pizza Hut. And that's true whether it's a busy Friday evening or a quiet Tuesday afternoon. Our job is to make sure they're never disappointed.
I won't let them down.
Okay, let's say the first order we get is for a medium pan pizza with pepperoni and green pepper. This is the retarder. It's where we keep the proof dough until we're ready to use it. So we take out a medium pan, prepared by our dough master, and we check it for quality. Now this one looks good. See, if the dough weren't right, if it stuck to the separator, or it was too flat, or it had air bubbles in it, then the finished pizza wouldn't be right, and our customers wouldn't get the best possible product.
Which they deserve every time they visit Pizza Hut.
Right. So, if the dough isn't exactly right, we throw it out and we get another one that is. Now, pan pizza is easy to top. First, we start with the sauce, and you get the right amount from the spec chart. We go to this chart that says bottom, sauce, and cheese. And we go down to where it says sauce, and we see that a small gets 1 level spoon, a medium gets 2 spoons, and a large gets 3 spoons. So, what do?
2 spoons?
Right. Now, we keep our sauce right here with our other refrigerated items. We keep this lid closed, except for when we're making a pizza. First, spread the sauce to within 1/4 to 1/2 inch of the edge. Now, for a medium pan pizza, 2 spoons equals 5 ounces. Be sure not to pour the sauce onto the center of the dough, and don't press down with the spoon, because that could cause the pizza to be undercooked.
It seems easy enough.
It is. Just be sure to do it exactly this way every time. Any variance wouldn't be making it great. Now, on our pizzas we use 2 layers of cheese. The bottom cheese.
And the top cheese, right?
Right. Since we measure the cheese, we'll just calibrate the scale with this bowl on it. Just put a clean bowl on the scale, zero it out, and then you're ready to go. That way we can leave the bowl on the scale and only measure what's in it.
That makes sense.
Now, we'll put some cheese in the bowl and we'll measure it out to the proper weight according to the spec chart.
Let's see. Bottom cheese, medium pizza.
Good. Now we'll measure out the exact amount and then place the cheese on top of the sauce. Again, starting at the outside and working toward the center.
That doesn't look too hard.
It's not. Just remember to spread the cheese evenly and try not to go beyond the sauce, because that would burn and look bad.
We wouldn't want that.
Now, this order is for a medium pan pizza with pepperoni and green pepper. So what do we put on first?
I don't know. Oh, I look on the spec chart, right?
Right.
Let's see. Medium pizza, pepperoni. 2 columns, single and multiple. Which do I look under?
Well, the single column is for single topping pizzas, like a medium pepperoni pizza. And the multiple column is for pizzas with multiple ingredients, like the one we're making.
Okay, let's see. Here it is. I'll let you do this part. What does that mean?
Here, I'll show you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There. Notice how I started at the outside and worked my way towards the center, placing the pepperoni evenly.
Got it. Green peppers next?
Yes? Did you look at the spec chart?
Uh-huh. Do I measure into here?
Yes.
Now what?
Good. Now, place the green pepper on the pizza, starting at the outside and working your way towards the center, just like I did with the sauce and the cheese and the pepperoni. That's good. Place them as evenly as you can. That's good. We're always careful to avoid center loading the topping because it could cause the pizza to be undercooked in the middle.
I wouldn't want that if it was my pizza. What's next?
Well, there are two more ingredients. The top cheese and the world-famous fairy dust.
Whoa, fairy dust.
That's right, Pizza Hut fairy dust. It's just a little magic ingredient that we have for making it great.
Okay.
You'll see. All right, for the top cheese, how much do we need?
Well, let's see. Here it is. Can I do it?
Sure.
Okay. I spread the cheese over the top of everything else, but not on the edge of the pizza.
Right.
How's that?
That's good. Now we'll just make sure it's perfect. And now it's time for the fairy dust. This amazing substance is fairy dust. And it magically transforms our ingredients into the perfect Pizza Hut pizza.
Come on.
Okay. Actually, it's a careful blend of cheese and spice. But it really does give our pizzas that extra delicious touch. And we're very careful about the number of shakes we use. You can check the spec chart for the right amount.
You really do call it fairy dust.
That's right. And now, you see what a delicious and perfect Pizza Hut pan pizza looks like before it goes into the oven. Now, we just put it here on the conveyor. Notice how the pizza starts completely outside of the oven. It'll be done in just a few minutes. These ovens are calibrated to perfectly cook a pizza as it travels through the oven. Now,
Depression. It's no stranger to Shirley. Her constant companions seem to be anger, moodiness, and daydreaming. She comes here to be alone. She doesn't want to be bothered anymore. She brings to her special place the only solution she thinks she has left. There is another solution.
Do you have money jitters? Ask the obliging Bank of America for a jar of soothing instant money, M-O-N-E-Y, in the form of a convenient personal loan. Available now at Bank of America.
You're really pushing this new Crystal Pepsi. What makes it different from every other soft drink? You're really pushing this new Crystal Pepsi. What makes it different from every other soft drink?
Crystal Pepsi really is different from all other soft drinks. It's actually a crystal clear cola with 100% natural ingredients, no preservatives, no caffeine. That'll appeal to your health-conscious consumers. That'll make more sales for you and increase your profits.
I run a small independent grocery store. Who's drinking Crystal Pepsi? I run a small independent grocery store. Who's drinking Crystal Pepsi?
Crystal Pepsi really appeals to everyone at all ages, especially the health-conscious consumer, the consumer that's looking for an alternative beverage. Crystal Pepsi meets those consumers' needs because it has no caffeine. It also has low sodium and less calories than Pepsi. By carrying Crystal Pepsi in your store, you'll capture that customer, which will increase your sales and your profits.
How will you merchandise Crystal Pepsi? How will you merchandise Crystal Pepsi?
We found that where we test marketed Crystal Pepsi, we could hardly keep our shelves stocked. So what we did in order to prevent out of stocks was build some solo displays that actually prevent us from running out. And that will increase your sales and profits.
How will Crystal Pepsi help increase sales in my store? How will Crystal Pepsi help increase sales in my store?
One of the nice things about Crystal Pepsi is that it has a unique flavor. What we found in our test markets was that 50% of the people who tried Crystal Pepsi came back to those same stores to buy it again. This repeat traffic means increased volume and increased profit for you.
How's Crystal Pepsi done so far? Is it here to stay? How's Crystal Pepsi done so far? Is it here to stay?
Crystal has been very successful in our test. 50% of the people that have tried it have come back and tried it again. This means additional customer purchases and repeat business, and that generates profits. I'm really concerned that selling this new Crystal Pepsi could hurt the sales of my other soft drink brands, like brand Pepsi. I'm really concerned that selling this new Crystal Pepsi could hurt the sales of my other soft drink brands, like brand Pepsi.
In test markets where we have Crystal Pepsi, Pepsi sales have actually increased. Crystal Pepsi builds traffic, which means you'll have extra sales and extra profits.
Okay, I'll put Crystal Pepsi into the section, but I have no more display space for another soft drink. Okay, I'll put Crystal Pepsi into the section, but I have no more display space for another soft drink.
I realize that the space is an issue, but Crystal Pepsi is providing a terrific return in the test markets. We've found that the retailers that we've worked with have actually wanted the extra displays just to avoid running out. So in turn, I think that the extra space will mean extra profits.
You're watching Sleepcore. Pleasant dreams.
If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it.
You can open up your world and make it shine. You can do it. You can squeeze that extra something out of life. Yes, you can. You can set a goal and do it. Add your own style to it. It's your world. It's your life. It's your time. Every minute you can do it. Every day. Yes, you can. You can grow in your own way. You can do it. And we'd like to help. You can do it. You can set a goal and do it. Turn your spirit to it. It's your world, it's your life. It's your time. Every minute you can do it. Every day, yes you can. You can grow in your own way. You can do it. And we like to help.
Visa. Now that you have an overview of the total Betamax training program, let's take a closer look at demonstrating the Betamax. Some of the features of the Betamax are new to the average consumer, such as the video cassette player recorder, dual tuners, and the automatic timer. But even more important, the benefits which the consumer can enjoy as a result of those features may not be obvious to the average retail buyer, such as using the dual tuners to record one program while watching another, and using the auto timer to record a program without even being there. Now, in addition to explaining the benefits of the Betamax,
You'll also have to demonstrate how easy the Betamax is to operate. To help you do that, Sony has developed a demonstration checklist. By following the sequence in your demo checklist, you'll be able to demonstrate the features and benefits of the Betamax with the least number of operator actions and in the shortest possible time. By role-playing with one of your co-salesmen and following the sequence in the demo checklist, you can work out your own presentations until you're comfortable with them. In fact, that's exactly what these two salesmen are doing.
Really easy to operate,
Child's play. Mere child's play.
It is incredible.
Incredible, right. Why don't you, go ahead.
Who, me? Oh, all right. You want me to be an easy close or a hard sell?
Actually, I want you to be a salesman.
Oh, you want me to be the, well, you play the... All right, it's just that I had the impression you were going to demo the first.
Oh, no, I didn't have that impression at all.
Okay. Be right with you, Mr. Davis.
To begin with, make sure the Betamax is set up for demonstration. Just follow your demonstration checklist.
Hey, now that's just, that is, oh, what is that?
This is the Sony Betamax.
Console TV, right?
No, not quite. Betamax is a totally new concept in television entertainment.
To gain your customer's attention and establish a need, play the consumer program.
Rather than telling you about the Betamax, I've got a short program here that'll show you exactly what the Betamax concept is all about.
When the consumer program is complete, remove the cassette. Then, using a blank tape, explain the features of a Betamax cassette.
Hey, what's inside the little box?
Oh, this is a Betamax cassette. Now, it's very much like an audio cassette, except that with Betamax, you record both picture and sound on the same videotape, which is protected right inside this cassette.
Well, how much can you get on there?
You can record up to 60 minutes on a single Betamax cassette. And the great beauty of videotape is you can use the same cassette over and over and re-record.
Demonstrate how to load a Betamax cassette. Emphasize how easy the system is to operate.
In fact, why don't you load this cassette yourself and see how easy it really is?
Well, I don't want to take a chance.
Now, Mr. Davis, the Betamax is virtually indestructible with normal use. You don't have anything to worry about.
Now demonstrate the Trinitron TV for your customer.
Hey, that's just like my set, UHF and VHF.
Exactly. You just select the channel you want. And with Trinitron, you get the best picture possible.
Explain the features and advantages of the Trinitron in terms the consumer can understand. Now, demonstrate TV recording. Again, emphasize how easy it is to record with the Betamax.
Well, that's all there is to it. And once you've selected the channel that you want to record, you just drop in the Betamax cassette, and then you push these two buttons right here, and you're recording the picture and sound for whatever program you want.
Then, play back the program segment which you've just recorded. Emphasize the professional quality of recording with the Betamax system. The next phase of your demonstration is one of the most important. Recording one program while watching another.
You see, the Betamax has two tuners. Now, there's a main tuner and an auxiliary tuner.
Oh, you mean these?
Right. That means that you can record one program while you're actually watching another one.
Right. I mean, really?
Absolutely. Let me show you.
You mean to tell me the Betamax was recording all that while we were watching the other channel?
That's right. See, with Betamax, there's no such thing as scheduled conflict.
Now, explain timer recording for your customer. Remember, it's just like setting an alarm clock, as simple as that.
So, let's say that the program you want to record comes on at 10 at night, and you're going to be out. You just set the auto timer for 10 o'clock, and the system will automatically activate itself without your even being there.
Well, I'll tell you, there's one thing that worries me.
Oh, what's that?
Will I really be able to work this thing?
Let me ask you. Have you ever operated a color TV or an audio cassette recorder?
Well, sure.
Then you're not going to have any problem with the Betamax.
Now that the time is right, go for a trial close.
Do you have an account with us?
You mean I can put this on my card?
Of course. Well, what do you think? How am I doing?
Wilson, you're doing fine, just fine.
Yeah, I suppose you could probably demonstrate the unit without even using the checklist.
Listen, I'll have this down in no time.
Well, I'll give you a little time to get ready. But since you won't need this...
Listen, there's no harm in making sure.
Come on in, let me show you why we're called the original one-stop shop. Hi, Kevin. Gee, I love this town. Need a loan because you just had a big weekend and now you're in for a very small week? Or maybe you're looking for that something special at a bargain price. Well, here at the pawn shop, we've been making loans, buying, selling, and trading for nearly 30 years. Hi, Dad. So the next time you're in need of money or looking to save some, remember the original one-stop shop, the pawn shop.
Hi, Michael.
Gee, I love this town.
You know, working in the theater box office can be quite an experience.
Howdy, ma'am.
Each day you come in contact with a seemingly endless stream of people whom you've never met before and whom you know nothing about.
2 tickets, please.
In fact, all you know about each customer is what you observe during your short interaction with them. There's no time for anything else. And for those customers on the other side of this glass, there's no difference. They have one moment, hopefully a brief one, in which they make their ticket transaction with you. And in that moment, they'll get their all-important first impression of this AMC theater. It's up to you to make sure it's a good one.
Thank you.
Yeah, the truth is that even though you may think that you've been hired to sell tickets, you're really a goodwill ambassador of sorts for AMC. I mean, think about it. When you go into a restaurant or a store, or even if you're a student entering a classroom for the very first time, that feeling that you get from the first person you interact with tends to stay with you, regardless of whatever else happens.
I'd say it sets the tone for the entire visit. If the first person our guest sees is pleasant, friendly, and helpful, then they probably expect their entire visit to be a positive one. But if you come off non-caring, unfriendly, distant, or just downright weird, then it's going to make everyone else's job at the theater that much harder. And our guest may decide to visit another theater the next time around.
So the bottom line here, folks, is that although we're in the business of showing films, we are also very much in the business of customer service. And that service starts with you and how you deal with the public right here at our starting point, the box office. Now, before the first guest arrives at the theater, it's your responsibility to make sure that the box office is neat, organized, and clean, and that all the information we're providing for customers is correct. Check the ads, the phone recordings, and the marquees against the show schedule to make sure they're accurate. Be aware of any special showings or circumstances for that day. And you should have a synopsis and a newspaper ad for our guests to read, should they have any questions about a film. Of course, one area that really needs your attention is the cash. Now remember to always count your cash before starting your shift. The amount you are given must balance against the receipts and transactions during your shift. You're also responsible for making sure that passes, exchange coupons, gift certificates, credit cards, and movie watcher transactions are accounted for.
Okay, so now you're ready to greet the public. Or are you? Remember that one brief moment we talked about earlier? Well, you're about to have several hundred of those over the next few hours. And each one of them is your chance to let the guests know that we're glad they've chosen AMC to see today's movie. It begins with eye contact and a smile.
Hello, welcome to AMC. May I help you?
It's important to always repeat the transaction and to leave the cash you're given within view until everything's completed. Also, if the bill is larger than a 20, examine it quickly and discreetly to make sure it's counterfeit. Generally, any bill dated after 1990 will have a metallic strip woven into the bill, like this one. Your manager or supervisor will have other tips on detecting counterfeit bills.
Here's 7, 8, 9, 10, 30, and 50. Enjoy your show. Thank you.
The theater business is primarily a cash business. Therefore, safety and security should always be at the forefront of your mind. Always be aware of the following 3 safety tips. 1. Never count cash in public view. 2. Use the large bill drop slot if you have one. And 3. No one other than designated individuals should be allowed in the box office.
That'll be $7.
In addition to cash, you will also receive credit cards. While a pleasant attitude is always important at the box office, a credit card transaction allows you to learn a customer's name. What better way to employ one of our 6 F's of customer service than right here and call our guest by their name?
Thank you, Mr. McDonald. Here's your ticket, your receipt, and enjoy the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Be sure to follow your theater's specific policies for dealing with cards that get declined. Now, let's talk about Speed.
Speed? Oh, what a movie. Sandra Bullock, it's terrific. Is it playing here? That whole bus scene was terrific. Keanu Reeves, I can do with that.
No, not that Speed. This Speed. We may not know a lot about our guests in the time we sell them their tickets, but we do know one thing. They want their tickets fast. And of course, the first letter of the word fast is F. One way to speed things up is when a patron may not be aware that a particular line is open, you can let them know by politely making an announcement.
There are 2 lines open to serve you. Hi, welcome to AMC.
Something else that slows down lines is when a customer you've just helped doesn't move far enough away from the counter to let someone else come forward. By making eye contact with the next person in line and offering to help them, you can move things along at a faster pace. Now, if a show is sold out, be sure to suggest another feature for that guest. Also, communicate to the others in line through signs and announcements which shows are sold out.
And keep in touch with the ushers. They need to be seating those shows. Everyone on the AMC team needs to know what's going on so we can best serve our guests.
There you go. And by the way, the line for that film is forming on your right. Once you enter the building, you'll see it. And seating should start in about 5 minutes, which gives you plenty of time to visit our concession stand, okay? Enjoy the movie.
Now this device, I think we're all familiar with, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, I'll get it. It's probably my agent.
Yeah, or one of my many fans. Hello. Really? I may already be a winner.
Now, if the theater hasn't opened yet, no problem. The caller should receive the same courteous service that people in line receive, and all calls should be answered within 3 rings. But what about when the phone's ringing and you're sort of busy? If you don't handle things correctly, a 3-ring circus is what you're likely to have on your hands.
Okay, that'll be $7.50. Excuse me, please. Hello, thank you for calling AMC Spring Dirty. This is Kathy. Can you please hold?
After completing the current transaction, go back to the phone and quickly help the caller, or else find someone who can. And keep tabs to make sure that the caller is taken care of, so they don't sit waiting on hold and have a frustrating experience before they even get to the theater. Okay, my little co-host, how old are you? You see that, folks? Thank you very much for illustrating my point exactly. You see, most of us, some more than others, do not like being asked about our age. So at AMC, we try to tactfully handle this issue. Basically, our policy is that if someone is seeking reduced price tickets, be it seniors or students, then they'll ask for them, and that's what we sell them. Don't ask someone to prove that they're a senior. And should a request be made for a student ticket, you may need to ask for a student ID. Check with your manager for your theater's specific guidelines. Okay, now a word about tickets. Rule number 1 is that everyone who enters the theater has one. That means people with passes, on-camera hosts, anybody. Secondly, tickets cannot be sold. In other words, if you have a refund or overpunch, these tickets can't be sold to someone else. And if those customers choose to see another show, hey, they'll need tickets for that one.
Now, some customers at your window will be movie watchers. This is a program unique to AMC that rewards customers for their patronage with free popcorn, drinks, even free movies. It's like a frequent flyer program for moviegoers. Your manager or supervisor will completely explain how the point system works and how it affects your duties at the box office. Finally, when it's time to close up for the night, be sure to leave your station as clean as when you started. Also, secure the ticket stock and change all the marquees to reflect the times for the next day's shows. Once you've turned in your cash and receipts and completed all of your additional responsibilities, the manager will give you the okay to clock out.
So there you have it, the starting point for people when they come to an AMC theater, the box office, and how you deal with phone calls, lines, age restrictions, discount, credit cards, and the Movie Watcher program will determine whether our guests have a positive first impression.
Well, it's back to the idea of expectations. People should expect to have a good time at our theater. And you, as a vital part of the AMC team, are expected to make sure that they do. Oh, I'll get it.
Oh, another big contest you've entered?
Yeah, he's right here.
For me? Hello. I won!
You're watching Sleepcore, media for insomnia.
If you've got problems and you feel like you're all alone out there, get out the yellow pages, because there's somebody in there who could help you borrow thousands of dollars on your home, whether it's paid for or not. Ames Home Loan.
Why do you need a new VCR? I thought you just bought one last year.
I did, but recently mine broke down, so I gotta buy a new one.
How'd it break?
The guy from the service center said dirt from rental tapes ruined the video heads. You know, with my family, how many tapes I rent?
Sure. Why'd you let the service guy repair it?
You know how much it costs to replace video heads on a VCR?
Do I look like Miss Fix-It?
It's just cheaper to buy new ones.
Well, make sure when you buy this one, you're Kmart Smart.
Kmart Smart?
Yeah, Kmart Smart.
Welcome to this introduction of the Kmart Smart Plan. Kmart Smart Plan is a low-cost, easy-to-use product protection plan that many of our customers will want to purchase. It's available on numerous products in our stores and will benefit your department by helping to increase both sales and profits. This training video is divided into two segments. The first will explain the features of the two available plans and what they cover. The second will demonstrate the preferred way to offer these plans to your customers. The important thing to remember is that the Smart Plan is not an extended warranty. It's much more. You don't have to give a long presentation, you just have to be positive and let the customer know one of the many benefits that the Smart Plans have to offer. We'll talk more about that later, because first, it's important that you understand the features of these two unique Kmart Smart Plans. The two plans you can offer to the customer are the Kmart Smart Replacement Plan and the Kmart Smart Service Plan. The Replacement Plan is available for items costing $100 or less, and the Service Plan is available for items costing over $100. We'll give you the details on these two plans one at a time. First, we'll cover the Kmart Smart Replacement Plan. The Kmart Smart Replacement Plan starts on the date of purchase and is in effect for a period of 1 year. It's available on products ranging in price up to $100. Customers can call 1-800-99-KMART for help if they have any questions, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. The procedure for replacement is very simple. The customer just mails the product to Sterling, Virginia at their expense. They'll receive a gift certificate for the value of the product plus sales tax in just 10 to 14 days. The gift certificate can be used for any item in the store. Although the plan is not renewable, it is transferable. It's that simple, and that's the beauty of the Kmart Smart Replacement Plan. Now, I bet you're wondering, how much does it cost? Well, for products selling from $0 to $50, the price is just $4.99, and for products over $50 to $100, the price is just $7.99. This plan is a great value for the customer. When offering it, you must make sure you say the word replacement. The word replacement has a definite significance to the customer. It lets the customer know that they will get a brand new product, not one that's been fixed. All the customer has to do is call 1-800-99-KMART. It's also important to let the customer know that within 30 days of the purchase, the product is to be returned to Kmart for replacement. After 30 days, the customer must mail the product to Sterling, Virginia for a Kmart gift certificate. If you don't let the customer know that it is a mail-in program up front, they'll assume that the product comes back to the store. That's not how the program works. Products can only be returned to the store within the first 30 days. Our helpline operators will inform the customer of this when the customer calls. The next plan is the Kmart Smart Service Plan. Under this plan, the customer's product will be repaired at one of our nationwide service centers. The Kmart Smart Service Plan goes into effect after the manufacturer's parts and labor warranty expires and remains in effect for 1 year. It's available on products over $100. Now, there's no limit to repair cost unless the repair cost exceeds the replacement cost. If that's the case, a gift certificate will be issued for the purchase price of the item. Items also will be repaired as often as necessary. However, the fourth time a repair is needed, the no lemon protection goes into effect and the item will be replaced. The plan also covers damage from electrical surges and offers on-site service for televisions over 25 inches. The customer just can't lose with this plan. But that's not all. The Kmart Smart Service Plan is renewable, transferable, and service is available nationwide. The helpline is available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. Under this plan, when a customer has a problem with their product, they call 1-800-99-KMART for service. It doesn't matter if there's a Kmart in their area or not. There are 7,000 service centers, and we'll find the one closest to their home. It doesn't get any more convenient than that. The benefits are clear. The procedures are straightforward, but once again, we're back to the age-old question, what's it going to cost? Well, for products over $100, the price is $16.99. For products over $200, the price is $19.99. For products over $300, the price is $29.99. And for products over $500, the price is $39.99. Now you can add value to the list of benefits of the Kmart Smart Plan, but price isn't the only thing that adds value to this plan. The Kmart Smart Service Plan includes 1 annual cleaning of audio or video heads on cassette decks, VCRs, and camcorders. This is a great benefit the Kmart Smart Service Plan offers our customers. By offering preventative maintenance on select items, we let the customers know that they don't have to have a problem to take advantage of our plan. On these products, the plan pays for itself when the audio or video cleaning is done. We've broken down the basics of the two plans. Now here's some general information and more benefits of the Kmart Smart Plans. The Kmart Smart Plan can be used for any item in the store, but the most likely items will be ones that run on gas, electricity, batteries, or human power. The Smart Plan must be purchased at the time the item is purchased. It doesn't cover accidental breakage, but it does cover the remote controls. If the customer decides to cancel the Smart Plan policy, there is a full refund in the first 90 days. After 90 days, the refund is prorated minus any claims. Now that you understand this new program, let's look at what the Kmart Smart Plan isn't. You are not selling an extended warranty. You never want to refer to the plan you're offering to your customers as an extended warranty, guarantee, or service contract. Many customers don't like extended warranties, but this program is different. Here are the differences between the Kmart Smart Plans and an extended warranty. 1. The Kmart Smart Plan will replace or keep the customer's product running like new. Most extended warranties only extend the manufacturer's limited warranty, so refer to your plan as the Kmart Smart Plan. 2. The Kmart Smart Plans are insured by an independent insurance company, AIG, one of the highest rated insurance companies in the business. Selling an insured plan guarantees the customer will always have coverage regardless of what happens. Most extended warranties are not insured. If a company sells an uninsured plan and then goes out of business, the customer's left holding a worthless contract. Well, that can't happen with the Kmart Smart Plan. The Kmart Smart Service Plan starts after the manufacturer's warranty, unlike many of the competition's extended warranties that begin at the date of purchase. In most cases, the extended warranty and the manufacturer's warranty are running simultaneously. Here's how the Kmart Smart Service Plan works. If the manufacturer gives you 90 days labor and a year on parts, the Kmart Smart Plan would add a year to the labor and parts, giving 15 months of coverage on the labor and 2 years on the parts. This makes the plan of greater value and use to the customer. And fourth, the Kmart Smart Service Plan covers more than the manufacturer's warranty and extended warranties. Here are the things it covers: dust, heat, humidity, normal wear and tear, lightning and power surges, as well as annual head cleanings on video and audio products, and no lemon protection. As you can see, the Smart Service Plan covers a lot more than just defects in parts or workmanship, which is what most extended warranties cover. It offers an excellent value. The better the customer understands the coverage, the greater the chances they'll buy the plan. Now let's take a look at ways to offer the Kmart Smart Plan to the customers. We're going to show you effective ways to offer it and ways you should never offer it. Remember that when offering the plan, you don't want to spend 20 minutes trying to sell the customer. You just want to give a short and proper presentation, making sure the customer hears at least one benefit of the Smart Plan. The more customers you offer the plan to, the more customers will buy it.
Hi, how are you today?
Oh, I'm fine.
That's great. Your total is $72.99. Would you like to put this on your Kmart credit card?
Oh, yeah. What happened here? Well, the sales associate was friendly and polite, but she didn't inform the customer about the Kmart Smart Replacement Plan. Remember, if you don't tell them, you won't sell them. Let's see how this encounter could have been better.
Hi, how are you today?
Oh, I'm fine.
That's great. I don't know if you are aware of this, but this product qualifies for the Kmart Smart Replacement Plan. If a problem should arise in the first year, this product will be replaced with the new one.
What about the manufacturer's warranty?
The warranty on this item is limited. The manufacturer may just repair it. With the Kmart Smart Replacement Plan, if a problem should arise in the first year, you will receive a gift certificate to purchase a brand new one.
Oh yeah, what's it cost?
That's the best part. On this item, it's only $7.99.
Wow, that's great. I'll take it.
Great.
That's better.
Dick Deal was a professional shoplifter for 20 years. He was also imprisoned 5 different times for a total of 15 years, but never for shoplifting.
Freestanding, strip center, or mall, all the same to a thief. Not just a professional thief, mind you, but the amateur, the bored housewife, and kids as well. Stealing for some can be a business, others a hobby or pastime. Everyone, I'm sure, has their own reasons and inclinations. Why this store? Why this particular store? Better yet, why not? Take a look around. Any greetings? Do the people notice you? Do they approach you? What kind of merchandise do they have? Is it locked up, or can you touch it? Can they see you, or is it hidden? All of these thoughts and questions must go through a thief's mind as he strolls through the store. What is it that makes people steal? Money, greed, revenge, thrills, peer pressure? Better yet, what makes people not steal? As a young man in school, I learned that in order to have a fire, 3 things must be available: heat, oxygen, and something to burn. Remove any of the 3, it's impossible to have a fire. Stealing is the same. In order to have a theft, you must have something to steal, and we have stores full of it. Someone to steal, and at 10 they'll be here unless they're already here as employees. And 3, you must have the opportunity. The opportunity is the only thing that you can remove, the only thing to concentrate on. Maybe the opportunity will arise today.
You're watching Sleepcore. Sleep tight.
Follow the instructions for opening the changer that we've just described. Then, inspect the bill acceptor unit to see if the bill is stuck. If you find the bill, return it to the customer immediately. If you don't see the bill, be very tactful. Say,
"If you'll give me your name, address, and phone number, the company will refund your dollar if after counting the bills in the machine they find an extra one." Always try to make sure both attendants are near your dollar bill changer when it is opened for security reasons, as cash can be quickly grabbed from the unit.
now, let's go over a few steps you should take every day to keep your spaceport beautiful and clean. These duties should be performed at or near the end of every evening shift.
You can start vacuuming and cleaning 30 minutes before the store closes if there are less than 10 customers in your store. If there are more than 10, wait a few minutes until 10 are left and begin then. 10 minutes before closing, announce that we will be closing in 10 minutes.
Your manager will divide these chores as evenly between team members as possible. So a few times during the week, each of you will take your turn at the following housekeeping duties.
Vacuum the entire store every night and clean the vacuum cleaner nightly.
Clean all glass, seats, wheels, and handles of machines with Windex every night.
Sweep the front area adjoining the store every night and use an approved cleanser on all paint and vinyl surfaces. Use Windex on all glass in the storefront every night as well.
Your office and washroom should be cleaned weekly. Clean the sink and toilet with cleanser. Use spick and span and floor wax on the floor and wipe down all walls, shelves, and mirrors.
Once a week, wipe down the tops of all machines with a damp rag.
Wipe all pipes, tanks, and fixtures with Pledge every week. Your manager has a schedule for each day's housekeeping chores so that you will know which day each week to perform a particular chore.
Finally, clean behind and between the machines once a week by vacuuming and wiping down the sides and backs of the machines. Pick up all of the larger trash by hand.
With your manager's plan, keeping your store looking great will be easy. You'll find that it only takes a few minutes to do it right when you've planned ahead and are prepared for the job that must be done on that day of the week, along with your nightly closing chores.
Running a spaceport is a team effort, and you're a member of a team that's growing. So understanding your responsibilities and knowing how to help run your store will make your job easier and more enjoyable.
Why don't we go over your duties one more time to help you remember our policy and rules?
First, always punch your time card in and out by yourself. Never let anyone else do it for you, or immediate dismissal of both employees will take place.
Keep your change bank organized. Put all bills in one front pocket, all quarters go in your second front pocket, dimes and nickels go in your left rear pocket.
When making change, give the customer 4 quarters and the rest in bills, counting the bills you give them out loud and keeping the bill they gave you in your fingers until you've finished making change for them. Then say thank you, sir, to every man, thank you, ma'am, to every woman, and thank you to every child you may change for. Point out the bill changers and tell them you'll be there if they need any more change or help.
Don't carry more than $25 with you at any one time, and exchange large bills for ones as soon as you can by going to your cash box.
If you use your reserve bank, always replace the cash immediately with the larger bills you've changed.
Never cash a check or money order for any customer. Employees may cash their company payroll checks with the manager's approval. Place all money found on the floor or in the coin return cups in your cash box.
Enforce our no smoking, no eating, no drinking, and no loitering policies politely but firmly. If a person won't cooperate, call mall security first. Then call the police only if mall security won't help.
Never use force unless someone attacks you first. Then only use what force you have to protect yourself, your customers, and store property.
Make sure you file a written report on any incidents involving mall security or local police, fire department, or rescue squad. Call the home office immediately if injuries or store damage result from the incident, and leave the written report for your manager so he can review the report and forward it to the home office.
Politely investigate all lost coin complaints and use your skill to determine if they really lost the coin. Put a painted coin in both chutes to make sure the machine isn't out of order. If it is, put an out-of-order sticker on the game and write a service request as soon as possible so you don't forget.
Never play any games after you punch in. You may play games before you punch in, but never while on duty. And never play games when the store is open while dressed in your uniform.
Your immediate family may play free games with your painted coins only during our slowest hours. Be sure to save enough painted coins for use later in the day.
Learn each game. and look for burnt-out bulbs or features not operating properly.
Remain with the customers in the store at all times, except when brief visits to the office are absolutely necessary. Never let anyone but authorized personnel and repairmen in your office at any time, and refer anyone asking for interviews, store figures, operational procedures, or any other information to the home office, giving them the address and phone number.
Never leave the premises for any reason. If you didn't have time to get your lunch before going on duty, ask a regular customer you know to get it for you. Don't use the telephone for personal calls, except in an emergency.
Never take cash or any company property from the store, or make use of company cash or property without authorization in advance from the home office.
Spaceport is protected by surprise visits from undercover inspectors, dedicated to our goal of keeping Spaceport America's finest run family game centers.
Follow all instructions before opening and entering dollar bill changers. Always making sure a teammate is with you when you enter a bill changer, except if you are the only employee in the store and an emergency has arisen.
Use the key in the sealed envelope. Sign the time, date, and your name and the reason why the key was needed. Always replace the key in a new envelope with your signature across the flap on the back every time you have to enter the changer.
If you should lose any key and you're not able to find it immediately, notify your manager, who will have the locks changed at once. Protecting your keys is a vital responsibility. Never leave your keys unattended.
Due to mall regulations and company policy, late openings and early closings are not permitted. Always open and close your store at the scheduled times posted. Spaceport managers work with an organized plan for scheduling all employee hours and duties 1 month in advance. If you can't work on a certain day due to an emergency, notify your manager so he can arrange for a replacement.
Follow your housekeeping schedules every night. Make your store a truly immaculate family entertainment center that you would be proud to bring your family to enjoy. We can't stress how important you and your job are to Spaceport's success. You're a vital link in a growing chain, and you can grow with us by understanding your job and always being polite and courteous to every customer, because every customer is our most important customer.
You're a winner, and that's why we picked you. We're glad to have you on our team, and we hope that you can make a career out of working with Spaceport to make us America's #1 family entertainment centers by being the very special people that we know you are.